Ladies and gentlemen, the Adult Baby Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 163. Can you believe we made it that far? I am B.
I'm Chick.
And we got a very special guest, a repeat guest.
This has got to be what, 3, 4?
This is 3 or 4?
3, 4. Give it up for Neil Rubenstein, guys.
Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing?
You guys know Neil. He's
We're glad to have you
enough
back.
slack
We
in
always
this?
enjoy having you.
I don't. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're right.
But thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're in our new studio now.
Whenever anyone gets asked to do this show, I get jealous that I didn't get asked.
Yeah, well,
We try and switch it up a little bit. You and
Yeah.
Christian have been on the most.
Christian Hahn?
Yeah, you and
Yes.
Christian Hahn. Yeah.
What happened with him?
He's a TikTok star now.
He
No,
is.
but he got canceled.
Did he?
When was the last time you spoke to Christian Hahn?
That's a
months ago.
That's a good question. You know what? He just put out a video of who's the Biden, the Parmesan clock. It was
He did?
actually very
on
funny.
TikTok?
You know what? That's a good question.
Is he
I
back
don't
on
know if
TikTok?
it was TikTok.
Was he not on TikTok? I didn't say I don't know this. I should
He
know
got
this about my
huge
friends.
on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
He was yet he was like trending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then bad news. Something happened.
Really?
I wonder if he's back on TikTok. I gotta look him up.
Well, we hope so, Christian.
I hope so.
If there is a story, we'll get him back on
Christian,
to do
call
this.
into the show.
Yeah, we're going to have to get Christian back on here. One, to make Neil jealous, and
Yes.
two, to hear the story behind him.
If it's
You're right,
even-
because I haven't seen him for a while. He kind of disappeared. He was everywhere, and then he disappeared. So, yeah, we'll get Christian Hahn back on.
But let's focus on Neil tonight.
Yeah, we're going to focus on Neil. Can Neil focus on Neil? What are you doing?
I'm looking up Christian.
He's
Hahn.
making
I
sure
don't think
Christian
I don't
if
think
he's on TikTok
I don't
anymore.
Think he's on TikTok anymore.
Do you know I enjoy watching some TikTok videos, but I still don't have it or signed up for it, and I probably should. Like, you could just go on and watch and scroll like you were if you were on Facebook or something, right?
It's, to me, TikTok feels like entertainment,
Okay, I get it.
whereas Instagram feels like documentation.
Yes.
Like Instagram, it's like, this is what I did. Here's a photo of the thing I did.
Yeah.
Here's people I know. Here's the place I went. Here's what I had for breakfast. TikTok is like, hey, is this funny to you? Hey, is this
Yeah,
interesting
okay.
to you? Hey, is this something you're interested? Like, hey, like, I don't know. To me, that's the. big
That's an interesting
difference.
take on it. I
I
like
feel
it
it's
being
too
put
much
that way.
pressure and I also feel like I'm too old.
You're not too old for sure, because there's all sorts of people.
No,
on it.
you're right.
It's taking off to it's like the
Well, I
next
mean, it's
thing
the-
that's been like,
It's the biggest thing in the world.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge.
There's more users. It's like billions of you. It's more users than
You're
any
on
other
TikTok,
platform.
right?
Yeah,
Are you doing well on it?
I do okay.
What do you put on there?
Yeah, what's your
I ju-
TikTok like?
Basically, the only stuff that I do that gains any traction is the CNN videos.
Those are hysterical.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, those do excellent.
I think we had somebody reach out saying, "Did you guys see Neil
Oh,
Rubenstein on CNN?"
Yeah,
I'm like, he's not on CNN. This is just
So what's
I
really,
think that's true. Somebody actually thought you were on CNN.
but what's really funny about I had 2 or 3 videos that went so viral that I wasn't on CNN, but the video of me pretending to be on CNN would be on other news things. Like people would reach out and be like, "Hey, I saw your video on this finance news thing I watched," or "I saw your video on," it would be like weird places like that. Like TikTok's Twitter reposted one of my videos.
Did
Like,
Wait,
really?
TikTok has its own Twitter?
Well, they
oh,
have-
their
they-
Twitter
yeah,
account.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
We think TikTok is his own Twitter.
I thought maybe they had something similar to it
Yeah.
that's like on there, but I don't know.
'Cause I did that one video where I was like, just print more money.
Yeah, yes.
Like, I don't know why we're not printing more money. And that, like, dude, like, I had, like, friends in finance, like, just random dude, like, Bitcoin friends.
Yeah.
Who were like, yo, you're on this thing that I... And someone from Tulsa, my buddy Dan from Tulsa, was like, hey, you're on this news program. Like, they're kind of making fun of your video, but kind of not, like,
Wow.
they don't know if it's real or not.
That's what's great. When people don't know if it's real or not,
Yeah.
that's when you know you nailed it.
Yeah.
So how did you, what, like, I mean, Was it the pandemic that you were just like, I'm going to start doing this, or was it something?
I guess. I mean, everyone was TikTok. People were blowing up on TikTok over the pandemic. So I guess. I mean, I saw Christian blow up. My friend Ashley's at 500. Ashley Gavin is at half a million followers on TikTok. Wow. Half a million.
Does TikTok?
What does she put up?
Fold over to other platforms.
Tons of stuff.
Like, do you notice?
I would say that the rate is probably like 1 to 10%.
Okay.
But if your platform starts elsewhere and carries over to TikTok, they'll follow everywhere. So Ashley's has a huge podcast, and now she has a huge TikTok. So now her Instagram blew up, and her YouTube blew up, and like now she just has fans, like straight up. I'm a fan of Ashley Gavin. I'll follow wherever. I'll go, and she started. That's when I noticed it. So Christian was blowing up. Patrick Lawler was blowing up. A couple other people blowing up, and Ashley was blowing up. And then Ashley invited me to do a show in the city with her, in Brooklyn with her. And this is in like June or July when we just started to do outdoor shows. And did you get all that? Did you get all that stuff?
I hope so. I don't know.
You just fed me a pound of cheese.
Yeah.
Of course,
Neil got the Neil treatment.
Listen, there's only one person in this podcast world of the adult babies that gets the Neil Rubenstein treatment. It's Neil Rubenstein. We had to order you a pizza.
And I asked him today when he said Neil's coming on today, and I said, "We getting pizza?" He goes, "I think we have to."
I didn't even ask this time.
No,
I know
you don't have to.
I just assumed.
Because now it's just your thing.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's all it is, and it's good for us too.
Yeah, it's good.
It is. I actually was waiting to eat this today because I didn't have dinner.
Ashley Gavin.
So Ashley Gavin was booked a show in like Brooklyn or whatever. She's like, "Do you want to come out?" And I went, and then the audience was all lesbian couples,
Right?
And which is like barely raise an eyebrow in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
we were like, huh. And you get back, but then she was like, "How many people here came here from TikTok?" And the whole audience.
and
Really?
That's awesome.
And so she was just.
I remember seeing her at Mike. She was always
hustling. She brings the goods, so there's no question. But her hustle met her skill, and there was the platform clicked.
Mm-hmm.
Timing worked out, and now she's going on tour. I think she leaves next week. She's doing a West Coast tour that she sold out on.
That's
online.
awesome.
She sold it out already.
Good for her, man.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I mean, to me, the TikTok's interesting because at first I thought it was everybody just like goes on and ad-libs. Well, not ad-lib. They just, mouth.
Lip sync.
What is he trying to say?
I don't know what I was fumbling. Thank God Neil threw me.
Lipid with the
Do a zippity zappity in with the whoosy watsies. Do a kibbity cranky.
They're lip syncing over like other stuff.
Yeah.
I like that people. Can you do your own, like where you make the
so,
audio?
So from what I understand, the algorithm. Hey guys, this is TikTok 101.
Yeah.
From what I understand, like the algorithm and the tricks is use what's in the app as much as possible. They're going to push at the most. But for some reason, I had a video that I did in Final Cut without any tools from TikTok tools. Mm-hmm. And then I just posted it on TikTok in the wrong format. Like I posted it landscape.
Okay, and you want
And they want it horizontal. They want it
vertical, I guess.
the way the phone you hold your phone.
Yeah,
Portrait.
They want it portrait. I did it landscape.
Portrait.
I finally had the answer to something.
Finally knew something.
It's lip sync and it's portrait. So I break all the rules, and then it did like 3 million views.
That's amazing.
And it was like it was on it just got shared on everything, and people are I had 2 different people from the same congregation tell me that their rabbi sent this to their congregation.
Is it appropriate for a guy? I mean, like, I feel like a congregation. That's not your typical
Was it about you
fan
shitting
base.
on CNN? What video?
It was just a diarrhea video.
your toilet humor. People love it.
And people, dude, my favorite
Every
part.
temple.
Yeah,
Every temple.
my favorite part of the whole thing is, and this is like a comics, comics will get this. Favorite part of the whole thing is, I think I'm a clever joke writer. I think I do clever, subtle humor.
Of course.
And then I do this one stupid, dumb thing that I'm like, I'm not even going to post it. And it blows up. And people in the comments are like, this is dumb. And I want to be like, yes, and you are dumb. Which is why you like this.
This is why it went viral.
This is why.
Because all of you are dumb.
But it's true, though, because it's the things you least expect that I feel like
always.
would blow up.
Yeah.
That's how, like, so early on, a comedy coach said, edit ruthlessly. Do not fall in love with your material. Do not marry your jokes.
Man, I think I know that comedy coach is.
Just cut it out. Throw it out. Get used to throwing it out. Someone steals it, lose it. It wasn't that smart.
Yeah.
Like, if someone else can come up with it, it wasn't that great. Get over it.
Okay.
And I learned early on to accept that, and that helps me just churn it and burn it.
Right.
Diarrhea, ha ha ha, here you go, internet. Here's this dumbass. Print more money. Here you go, internet. Like,
That's a great way to look at like TikTok stuff.
just burn it,
it's
churn
not,
it, burn it. See if it sticks to the wall.
See,
and it's always going to be the dumb
And it's always the dumbest shit that sticks to the wall. And then
because people like dumb.
They
then
do.
I'll be like, this is so good. 300 views. I'm like,
And that's because
damn it.
when that happens, it's usually something that you put more thought into, and maybe, I don't want to say it's more intelligent to understand what's going on, and people don't like to think.
That's true. That's why I think you should do. I don't think you, Chick, utilize your skills enough. Like if you just talked about stuff that annoys you, like I think that would do really well. Like if you just
If I did like a TikTok or something like
but
that.
you always say it's like I can't. It has to be in the moment.
Yeah, it's gotta be. I can't just develop on site, anger for no reason. Like it doesn't. I can't manufacture it out of nowhere. It just has to go.
Listen, you're the real deal. You're the real deal. You're not.
It's all natural,
there's
baby.
No fakeness with Chick. I was listening back to. So Neil, the last time. So you've had a whole.
When's the last time you were on here? Do you remember?
Was it with Ricky Grimes? Right?
Was that the last time?
That was the last time where you turned on Ricky midway through the show.
Yeah, I decided I didn't like him.
Yeah.
Yes. You didn't know he was married. You didn't know.
I thought he was a child.
You thought he was like 10 years younger than he was.
I was taking a budding young comic under my wing.
Yes.
The guy's a billionaire landscaper. I don't know, he's a realtor.
Once you realize,
I was like, get this kid out. I wanted to throw him off that episode. I was like, do I have the authority to get this kid out of here? Get this guy out of here.
Once you realize he couldn't do anything,
get this adult out of the room.
that's hilarious.
I haven't spoken to him since.
Though, because that's
Nobody. I haven't seen him in months.
I think him and Christian got canceled.
They might have. They might have gotten.
I would think. I mean,
Listen,
if Christian got canceled, that's hysterical to me.
Christian did something where, because his character on TikTok is like real arrogant.
Yeah. Long Island, like
Long Island, hey, everybody in
Cuomo-sexual.
Long Island, look at this ugly twat, and he showed some girl that was like the darling of the whatever community.
Yeah.
And that whole world, she had like 150 billion followers, and that whole world just started like email bombing him and like spamming his shit. And he had to, he canceled everything. I remember one day, like right when I blew up, right when that first video of mine like really took off, I wanted to ask him for some tips. And I remember like going in his, and it was like he was gone. And then I like checked something else. I'm gonna tell you exactly when it was. So I ended up texting Nicolia.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, bro.
Even Nicolia got rid of him. He's like, I can't.
Yo,
He had to distance himself.
February. hey, Mike, is Christian okay? I noticed he deleted all his social media. That's usually not a great sign. Hoping he's okay. And he's like, hey, thanks for asking. He's okay. I'm getting drinks with him later.
Oh, so he's okay.
He's fine.
But something
he got
happened.
canceled.
Something happened.
He got canceled.
Yeah,
all
it
these
wasn't like a
people.
personal thing that happened, but it was, it was just his TikTok is
Yeah,
now I wanna know.
on
That was
hiatus.
February.
This is why I'm gonna hit him up after the show and just be like, "Yo, how's TikTok going?
Yeah,
do you want to come on the show and talk about it?"
Oh God. Well, I was in. We had talked
let's get
extensively
into
about.
this.
God damn, dude, this show is so much better than other podcasts. This
Why
is
do you
so-
say that?
It's so fun. I don't know why. Like, talking to you guys is just like...
Well, we appreciate you saying
Yeah,
that.
no, we very much appreciate that.
If you're out there, get on this show.
Yeah, if you're listening,
Keep
get
listening.
on the show.
No, if you're listening, don't break the wall.
You just keep telling people.
You
Don't
just
break
stay-
the wall.
You stay out there. You guys stay out there. But I'll tell other
What do they
people-
call that wall? The
fourth wall.
The fourth wall.
Yeah.
That's
The
it.
fourth wall.
'Cause
So we were in Vegas together.
Oh,
This is
my
like
God.
this is the downfall of Neil Rubenstein, because you didn't get canceled, but your stairs canceled you for a little while.
Oh my god, dude! I got home from that tour. I missed. Jesus Christ!
Now, this was when
So I got
Hold
home
on.
from Vegas.
Yeah.
And they were like, "You got to quarantine for 14 days at the time."
Yes.
And I was like,
just from traveling.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "F you! I'm not doing any of that. Quarantining. I'm gonna go get a rapid test. They're gonna tell me I'm fine, and I am gonna go about my business."
That's exactly what I did.
And then I went about my business, and I fell down a flight of stairs.
That was karma telling
and
you.
the universe was like, 14 weeks, you fat piece of crap.
So you
What
were
did you
out-
break or sprain or hurt?
Ankle
What was it?
broke.
Broke your.
Just
Now they say a
all the
break is
bases.
probably better than a. Well, I mean, maybe it's not better, but they say it heals quicker than like a bad sprain or.
No.
What do you mean?
I was
What's he
always
trying to
told,
say?
like, if you get a high ankle sprain, it could linger longer than a break.
You might have a
because
little pain, but if you break it,
I had surgery the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I'm scared to walk up those stairs.
yeah, he might not be able to leave.
So he's here. That's
He
it.
might, he might just be a permanent
He's gonna
part
be
of
the man on the couch.
the man on the
from
couch.
the half baked.
That is a serious question I have to ask people now when I book shows is
How many
do you
stairs?
get on the stage?
Yeah. Well,
Are you scarred or is it still painful?
I have a metal plate in my leg.
Well, I don't.
so bring us back to what happened. So you,
Listen,
in your
it's not
apartment.
as bad. Yeah, it's not as bad. I missed a step,
okay.
but I missed a step, and I was whatever. I was 50 pounds heavier than I am now. I was
yeah.
probably close to 400 pounds. So I missed a step. My ankle crumbles like paper mache, and I'm laying on the floor crying.
How far did you fall?
2 steps.
Oh, okay. So it was like one of the first ones.
I just missed 2 steps,
and you landed wrong.
and I
I almost
just
thought
the
I
whole
broke an
shit
ankle,
accordion.
but I didn't. Thank God.
Did you know right away it was done?
Did you hear it?
Listen, I thought 2 things. First, I was like, "Is the bone sticking out? I can't look."
Oh God!
And my landlord and his entire family is standing above me. No,
You're
it's not
just
sticking
were you just screaming out loud?
I'm expletive.
So this was at home.
Yeah, in the hallway of my apartment, right before getting in my apartment. My landlord's standing above me. His whole family's there. They're looking at me. I'm like, "Is the bone sticking out?" The bone's not sticking out. I'm like, all right.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
It's the bone sticking out.
And then I'm like, "Is the foot just flopping around?"
But the foot looks like a flipper. So
And then he goes, "No, the foot looks fine."
This guy's making it seem like you're okay.
He was like, "Hey, bite on a knife and stand the fuck up, you
Yeah.
pussy." And I'm like, all right. Those are both good things. I'm like, let me sit down for a few minutes, and then let's try and get me out to the car to go to the hospital. My landlord and his 22-year-old son are carrying me.
This is all during the pandemic, right? Because it's vague. That's Vegas
This
trip.
is Thanksgiving. The weekend.
Oh, this is okay. Yeah, you said
Yeah.
the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So they bring me to the hospital. The hospital's whatever the hospital is. they tell me this is another name. They tell me Tuesday go to that was Saturday night. So they say call the orthopedist on Monday, make an appointment for Tuesday. So I call, I start making the phone calls. My insurance doesn't. So the guy's name is Den Jenis. Remember the name. Remember the name. Orthopedist Dr. Den Jenis. Okay?
Okay.
So I called Den Jenis. The lady's like, we don't take your insurance. And I say, I see on my thing you take my insurance. Lady's like, why would I lie to you? We don't take your insurance. Okay.
Well, the website's lying to me, bitch.
So then I call another place. They don't take my... Then I call another place. Finally, I get a place. They take my insurance. And I'm like, can I ask, who's the doctor I'm coming to see?
Yes.
She says, sure. Dr. Den Jenis. I'm like, what? Piece of shit. I'm like, who am I fist fighting?
Oh my!
When I
at
get
that
there.
first place.
I thought you were gonna say it's this
But
lady
is it
named
just
Jen
a doctor
Dennis.
who works at multiple
Yeah,
places
right.
and
so
one
this
takes?
fancy place in Dix Hills, I can't go.
You got to go to the
I gotta
shack
go-
in like.
I gotta go to East Meadow. I gotta go to East Meadow. So I go to East Meadow. That's Tuesday morning. I go to East Meadow. The guy looks at it and he's like, "We're gonna operate." He's like, "We gotta. All your tendons are all over the place." He's like, "You got
It's like a bowl of soup down there.
He's like, you got bones in places it's not supposed to be bones, and no bones in places that's supposed to be bones."
It's like a plate of ramen down there. I don't know what.
He's like, after you take the ramen out of the bag, there's still like scraggles of ramen.
That's what your ankle looks like.
That's what your ankles. So they immediately admit me. 94 COVID tests later.
Yeah, because this is in the heat of it, so you have to get tested
every 2 seconds.
yeah.
They're shoving a thing in my nose, taking blood.
Because this is in the hospital.
Yeah, and the lady's like, "Oh, your blood pressure's a little high." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm getting beat up by orderlies."
Yeah.
Like, what did you expect my blood pressure to be? So finally, they're like, "Oh, the swelling looks like it's going down." The guy's like, so Wednesday night, they saying probably because Thursday is Thanksgiving. They're like, "We'll probably operate Friday or Saturday, depending on the swelling."
That's what you want as a guy after a nice, hefty Thanksgiving dinner,
Yeah.
sleepy old doing the surgery.
They come in the room Wednesday night. They're like, "Did you eat today?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like,
Fucking Thanksgiving yesterday.
No, Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
They're like, "Did you eat today?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, we could have done the surgery now. And I'm like,
What?
Why wouldn't you warn me?
he's like, all right, we'll wait till Friday.
Wait, is the doctor's office? They have a Neil Rubenstein thing too, where they have to have a pizza there.
There's got to be a pizza.
Yeah.
And
The Neil Rubenstein
garlic
treatment.
knots. I'm going to start asking for yellow Red Bull everywhere I go. And so
You might be able to get it.
where do you work?
I work for a company that sells Red Bull. We distribute Red Bull. We'll talk about that after.
Yo, for
the
real, because
show.
I'm about to leave for tour.
All right, the tropical,
Oh.
12 ounce,
you.
8 ounce. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll discuss.
So what, now I'm all that's all I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about now.
Yeah, he says that
the new-
anybody who's not, if you were watching, Neil's the whole vibe just changed.
Yeah.
I got to take my sweatshirt off.
Jeez, you're getting sweaty because of
Like, Red Bull hookup. Yo, I used to have my buddy Brian Newham. We called him Dildo because his penis was so big. My buddy Brian Newham.
I wish I had that nickname.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I was like, why does everyone call you Dildo? And he's like, man. And then he showed me. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, hide your hog, man. And then from then on in, all I could see when I saw him was the outline of his giant dong.
If I saw that too, that's right. Every time you see the guy, you probably just see the outline of his pants.
And then I met a lady that had been banging him, and I was like,
How is it?
no, I was like, I can't believe
That fits
a
in.
normal person. I was like, that should only be in porn.
Like, can I just see yours whole now?
But he was working for like a canned coffee place, and he gave me like 3 cases. Dude, it was like Christmas for the Jews. I swear it was so
Christmas.
Sounds
beautiful.
fantastic.
All right, so where were we? So I'm in the hospital. Oh,
Yeah.
They do the operation. They operate Saturday. I go in. They knock me out. Oh, first of all, let me tell you this, because I don't do drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the lady is like, about to put morphine in the thing that's in my arm.
Yeah.
And I'm texting with my buddy Derek, and she's like, okay, this is morphine. That's amazing.
That's a Highland cow.
Okay, that's great. I love him.
I hate it.
So, guys, Google Highland cow. This thing is amazing.
It's a great picture.
Do you know this is probably the best thing that
This
anybody's
is-
ever said? The most DL comment, like just kind of like brushed it off.
That's right. No, thank you, because I put a lot of time and effort into my picture behind the wall.
And I
there.
destroyed it.
And Chick was like, "Why would you have that furry Muppet-looking cow up
Oh,
there?"
it's so cool looking.
It's just cool, man.
First of all, I don't like that it looks like it has MGK's haircut, but
Yeah, but you understand,
I understand that he's hot right now, and
Yeah.
that's what you would want.
dude.
He's
Thank
hot
you. That
right
that
now.
actually means a lot to me that you even noticed that.
That's a very cool painting.
Thank
All right, so photograph. So so the morphine, she's about to put the morphine. She puts the morphine in. Yo, literally, as soon as she plunged,
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
You liked it?
Yo, I texted Derek. I was like, yo, man, I gotta go. The morphine
I'm seeing
just
things
hit.
from a whole new angle.
I gotta go. The morphine just hit, and I
And
feel
I-
amazing.
I turned to the lady. I was like, can you put the bed back? And she's like, already? I'm like, oh. She laid me back, and I was gone. I was gone for an hour. I woke up. I was like, I want to do morphine.
That's how you.
That's
like,
why they say is the closest thing to heroin. That's why people love heroin.
So I don't know if I should say this on the air, but I've been messing around with pills.
Oh no.
You can say whatever you want. We like it.
Someone.
See, this is
Be
how it
careful,
starts.
Neil. I don't want this to be
No.
the show where it's like,
Everyone keeps
do you
saying
guys
that to me.
remember
Yeah.
Neil?
I'm gonna-
This is where it started.
I'm an adult. I can handle it.
All right, then if you could, I'm
Sounds
good.
like it.
So
You
sorry.
couldn't even handle two.
But you know
steps.
what? He's a guy who doesn't do drugs, so I believe that he's
Yeah,
can do it.
Yeah, all right.
moderation. Someone gave me some oxys.
Okay. No, things are not going.
I thought we were going to start small.
No,
That's like
Dude, you're going on the road in a couple weeks.
That's
I'm
like
not bringing. I'm not bringing drugs. I'm not bringing.
Yeah, but
drugs.
listen.
that's like skipping pot and going right to coke.
Listen, I'm not.
No.
I did it a couple of times. It's awesome.
That's why people get addicted.
as soon as
Drugs are great.
as soon as I did it, I was like, I started giggling. I was like, oh, this is why people.
Oh, I get it.
This is.
I
I'm like,
get the
this is
fix.
why things happen to people.
Oh no.
Like this stuff's amazing.
The problem is
I'm
if you
not
do it too
taking
much, you
enough.
won't get that fix. So you
Yeah.
got to be careful. You want to
I
keep that.
started small. I started small enough that by the time I'm taking so much that it's bad for you, I have no more.
Yeah, and then you start searching for it.
Nah.
Christian's going to come on the show. What happened to Neil?
Oh God. That will be a great redemption episode.
That would be a great episode.
Oh God. We'll play your. Christian got canceled. Yeah. Well, Neil canceled himself. Again.
This is like if a rock star had a moment where it's like, when was the first time Kurt Cobain tried,
When
you
you-
know, heroin?
When did you realize Neil was gonna kill himself on pills?
Like it starts. It's
Like, well, he has
I've been messing around with
he has
pills.
a mental health podcast where he constantly jokes about suicide, and then he told us that he started experimenting with opioids. So
yeah. But he was only
I
gonna.
suppose it was early April.
He was only gonna wait until the pill bottle was finished, and then he was gonna stop. You know, that's how it works.
Because that's how people stop.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're out.
That's just great.
You're done with the drugs.
I want to follow up in 6 months. Neil's going to be friggin' a toothpick and fucking...
Oh God.
Listen, I did it last night, and I was just, it felt, so I was like, oh, this is so good. It's really good.
Oh, look, you're having like googly eyes talking about.
I wish everybody could see your smile.
You're like you.
No, but honestly, if it makes you happy, why not do it?
If it makes you
listen, that's me with pot.
happy-
It's legal.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're a guy that is
Speaking
so
of which,
straight laced.
Pot is now legal since the last
know what I mean?
episode.
Let me know when it's free.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is true.
but you're a guy that's so straight laced. You
I've
know,
never done a thing
You
in
don't
my
do
life.
anything.
Yeah.
Do you drink?
No, never. Not
Doesn't
once.
do anything.
No.
Not once. Well, once. Not-
Okay.
But like,
I'm
But
not a big
like
drinker
he
either.
doesn't.
Like 7th grade.
I always respect the straight edge.
Seventh
Like,
Yeah.
grade.
I
He's
always
not
because
straight
it's
edge
harder. It's
anymore?
almost
Yeah,
harder.
I guess I'm not anymore.
He's not anymore. But to me, it's harder to do that than to do like have a vice.
Yeah, I guess so. It's always worrisome though when somebody gets into it later in life, though. You know.
No, that's no.
That's high school. Like that's if
good.
you skip high school and you start in college. That's what we think usually.
No,
Yeah, but
I
then
think
you're
it's
like-
good to get in later in life. Do you ever see Little?
You're
Miss
more
Sunshine?
mature now.
Yes.
Yes, that's a classic.
I'm 100% on board.
Oh,
76, tap the vein, baby. Let's
okay.
go.
You're right.
Oh,
right.
you
I
know
see.
what? I actually don't disagree with that. Older people doing drugs, I think, is like, you know what? If I'm going to go out, I'd rather go out on my own terms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 29.
I agree with you.
He's 29, guys.
29 now.
He's almost going to be 30.
29.
So I'm in the operating room.
29 days on drugs is what he means to say.
Exactly.
I'm in the operating room.
He's a rookie.
I come to.
And this is all. Wait, what?
I come to. I'm wide awake.
In the middle of it?
I look at the nurse. I make eye contact with the nurse.
Oh, dude, I thought you
And
said
you're like,
you
give me
came.
more of that
I
stuff.
thought you said you came too.
Oh,
I was like, what?
Oh,
I swear to
no.
God,
Sicko.
I am a sicko. That's where my mind went. I was like,
Goodness.
I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, wait, what the fuck did he just say?
morphine is so good.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I gotta go get some morphine.
So,
I wake up. I make eye contact with the lady,
Oh no.
and I'm like, I'm wide awake. And like, I wasn't wide awake, but saying I'm wide awake, I
yeah.
was wide awake. I was
Were
like-
you aware? Did you wake up in like a?
Right, I was in a fog, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm being operated on."
Oh, that's like
Probably
my biggest
shouldn't be
fear.
awake.
That's a big fear, man.
Oh, that's so
See
scary.
the lady. I'm wide awake, and she goes. But you're still numb, right? And I'm like, I don't know where you're getting that information. That is entirely false.
Oh, you felt it?
I could feel them tugging. The
Do you think?
stitches.
Oh.
Do you think
They
it
Well,
was
at least they were
more?
finishing up.
Yeah, they were finishing.
Do you
I could
think it
feel
was more that you it wasn't pain, but you felt?
I felt the tugging.
Yeah,
I felt the
Yeah.
tugging.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know where you're getting that information. And she's like, and then her rebuttal was, oh, we're almost done. That was it. All right.
We're just
Not like
lacing you
let's
up.
give you a little more.
Yeah. No. All right. We're almost done.
Does that happen often that people
I'm guessing.
pop open?
Do you imagine waking up and like? I mean, maybe because it's ankle surgery, they're not putting them out as hard as
they
they
don't
would.
give as much.
No, the guy was like, it's
But
gonna
like,
take.
think about if they're operating on like your appendix and you wake
Yeah.
up.
I think what happened was, they put me out, and then like they didn't start right away.
Yeah. And
You
they
were
like-
just sleeping.
It was just hours.
because they probably didn't expect you to go out like you did. You like most people, they're like, I feel kind of, and you were like, goodbye, and they're like, wow, we're not even ready to operate on him, and he's out.
He's out.
Well,
There's a lot of good things about this story.
Jesus Christ!
If I woke up in the middle of surgery, I think I would freak out almost from just the sheer fact that I'm up and they're operating on me.
Yeah, but you're probably still a little hazy, right?
you're hazy, and also like
he's
I don't
aware.
I don't want to move around.
Well, that's what I'm
they got
saying.
things in me.
Yeah.
I don't like being stuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
can't get out of the situation. Like,
Claustrophobic.
you can't just be like,
Yeah,
I
I don't
want
like
some
that.
fresh air. They're operating on you.
Yeah. Okay, can I get a cigarette now?
Can I have a cigarette?
Oh my God!
How come you guys didn't ask for like bulges?
You know
Do
what?
have bulges.
Can I tell you, if I had it all over again and I knew what to expect, maybe I would have been like,
We're talking about our cartoon.
oh, yeah, our
characters.
cartoon onesies.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have given some.
You don't see bulges in our cartoons. We talked about this recently. You know, look at this.
Brendan's kind of got a
Look at
bulge.
that. Look at that.
He has a half a penis.
You got a little bit.
Chick's got.
He's got a camel toe.
I got a camel toe, and Chris has nothing.
And Chris is Ken.
Well, Chris
Ken
is
doll.
young.
This is a Ken doll.
Yeah. Chris is in Serbia.
Chris is a Ken doll, and he's dating Joe Pesci from Gay JFK.
Oh God.
Do we have to edit that out?
Maybe.
So anyway,
What? You don't know that you have that?
so Neil's a real.
I don't have filters.
No, he doesn't.
It's a good thing he edits the show.
I know.
Chris, can you just edit out? We'll just keep it in. I can't.
It doesn't
even
matter.
Get to
What
it
do you
now.
need to do? He says, well, this is the last time Neil comes on. I do want to get into before you snapped your ankle and life changed.
I'm sorry.
You had
no,
also-
no, stop it.
It doesn't matter.
No, we don't stop. We don't rewind. We continue on. We push on.
All right, well.
Look at you. You're so uncomfortable in this seat.
No, it's you guys work me up, man.
Good.
I'm all
That's the way we. Now, is there a chance that the pills have gotten you angry?
pills have got me angry. No,
Is
calm
this
me
pre?
down.
Is this
It's
pre?
pre-pills.
Oh,
Pre
it's
pills or
pre-pills.
post
Okay,
pills? Because then if we could start,
Yeah,
we
'cause
could
I don't
really
know, I-
hone in and be like,
Pre-pills.
Neil's changed.
Yeah,
And
no, he's
also,
changed.
it's
He yells at people.
you know what though? I was in pain. I was still in the boot. It
You
was
had just started coming
it was
back.
Like one of my first days out of the house. I was in a lot of pain, and then this bitch, fucking just.
She was acting like a cunt.
Listen, you act like a C, you get a C.
And you fuck with the bull, you get the horns.
I don't feel bad.
I don't think
No.
you should. I just wanted to hear the story because I always like to see how it. Because it's always
and you,
there's always a story. You don't just say that. It's
Yeah,
not like calling somebody a bitch.
Of course.
They're, like I always try to like think of like what the other person is saying when they're telling the story. And I mean, it all starts with me just saying bye, which you want to take that the wrong way. That's on you because the other person left.
Right.
I
That's
get it.
That's the end of that story.
Well, it shows you. It's almost like what happens if you walk out, and what happens if you keeping it real goes wrong.
Keeping it real goes wrong. Yeah.
You just walk out.
And listen, I can't reiterate this enough that place, every time you leave, somebody will yell at you.
And it's just because of how the setup is.
Yeah, it's just that
Yeah.
the door
Can
is
you
right behind.
imagine? Can you imagine someone saying bye to Calcagno? He wouldn't even turn around. It wouldn't.
No,
He would have been. The door would have been closed before you finished the
It
second
would have been
bye.
swinging open.
It just would have in the wind.
I would just like to see Calcagno out.
I mean, I'd love to.
I would love to say hi.
I'd love
Hi.
to see him.
That's what I want to say to him. Hi.
I'd love to see him walk out during my. I'd love it.
So are you excited to get back on with all the comedy?
I can't wait.
Yeah,
man.
you have a big tour coming up.
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to get you on for two reasons.
The
One,
Vegas.
one we didn't get into. I thought you were going to ask about the Vegas thing.
Well, we are going to get into that. Wait, we didn't talk about that yet?
No. I want to get into that. Also, you have a huge tour
So
that's
let's
coming up.
No, let's talk about Vegas.
Okay.
Because
We'll plug the tour at the end.
here's another thing where I'm the bad guy.
I don't know if you were
guys
the bad
made me out
guy.
to be the bad. Like I'm trying to talk Brendan.
He
into
always
stealing
has
money.
to throw somebody under the bus.
I listened to that
Oh,
pod.
I don't think I threw anybody under the bus.
I listened to that pod, and I mean, whatever. I didn't re-listen to it because,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
sure,
blame you.
Sure you did.
I didn't re-listen to it, but I did. I listened to that pod, and I was like, hey, that's not how it went down at all.
So what Neil is referring
let's bring
to?
us back. So we're in Vegas together, and it's my last night in Vegas. We were going to go out to dinner at Fogo de Chao. Remember?
Me and some buds were going to Fogo de Chao.
Okay.
Nice place. Nice place.
Yeah.
You have such a calming, soothed voice that you don't see
Yeah.
it coming.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what I think is always the best. Is because you don't see it like. I even remember the first time you did comedy and you sit down, you're waiting for the comic to talk, and then like this like easy listening voice comes out, and you're like, "That's out of that guy."
Yeah, I think you're describing his first joke. He probably
Is that?
I mean, I do. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, because people notice that first, and
It's just you don't see it coming. I like
I
it.
say.
I noticed him calling my other friend a cunt. That's when I noticed him. I'm sorry.
I say. I sound like the person. I look like I kidnapped.
That's a very good joke.
So
So
you're
that
eating
last
that.
night in Vegas.
Yeah.
It was my last night, not yours.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, Brendan, let's come eat with us. A bunch
Yeah.
of us are gonna go eat at a very nice place.
Eatery.
And this guy is like, oh, I gotta put $100 on black.
That's not what happened. No, let me interject. I had a flight the next morning, and I have a little thing. I like my bowels good and tight before I get on a flight. I don't need.
Tighter than meat.
It could come out. I don't need.
Meat
No, we were going to Fogo de Chao.
binds you up.
No, well,
Binds
listen,
you up.
it could bind me up, but
9 pounds of meat.
yeah,
9 pounds of meat.
I looked at Fogo de Chao. I was like, I don't know if I need to eat different types of meat before I go on a flight the next day. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to, me and Chick had this plan that,
You were going to listen to my advice, and you were going to be my degenerate self. Like, you were going to gamble for me.
yeah, I'm going to throw $100 on black.
Yes, and then we're going to go from there.
So I meet you in the lobby. Do you want to say your side? You can say your side.
No, go ahead.
I meet you.
No, we already got our
Yeah,
side.
you're right.
I want to hear Neil's side.
No, so I meet you in the lobby.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, I can't go. I have to put $100 on black.
I told you. I said I couldn't go before, but go on.
So I'm like, don't do that. I'm like, that's a bad bet.
I believe you said that's a bet for infants and
It's like
morons.
Infants and children.
Infants and
But can I
something
explain
along-
why
Yeah,
that was the
children
bet?
and idiots. It's
Yeah.
like,
The reason why and I know that is an infant, like it's a dumb bet, but you're also going to realize who I'm dealing with. It's got to be as easy
What is
as
that
possible.
supposed to mean?
Because you're middlemaning it, so it's just easy to explain.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I don't care. It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, listen, don't waste these guys' money. That's a silly bet. You're gonna just give money to the casino. It's not. Fuck this casino.
Right.
Fuck this trash pile of a casino.
Which it was.
Take their $100. Get a dope ass meal at Fogo de Chao. They would want you. They would want you to enjoy yourself while you're here. And tell them you lost it on black.
See what he does? See what he does?
What's the difference? I lost it on black, but listen, the steak, the sirloin that they cut right off the thing. Oh my god! And those little cheese puffs. Oh, our own.
And then he shit himself on a cross-country flight the next day.
Nah, you would have been fine.
How was your?
sure.
Well, did you travel?
was
You didn't have to travel the
No,
next
I'm
day,
sure.
right?
No, it was
No, he was still
unbelievable.
there.
Fogo de Chao was phenomenal. And
But you know what? You obviously.
And then this guy, he's like, "Oh, I can't eat. You get the bowels, blah blah." and then he drinks whiskey at a Waffle
I
House
never
till
drank
fucking
whiskey.
4 a.m.
Oh, that is a lie.
because he's Irish and the alcohol just flows
No,
and
no,
it
no, no, no,
digests
no,
better.
no, no, no.
Where'd
I
you eat
didn't.
that night? You ate it like a greasy spoon.
I didn't. No. Well, no. I got wings. You're right.
got-
I got wings. The first time I ever had lemon pepper wings was that night.
So you tried a new flavor of wings, not knowing what could
wings,
happen.
And I was like, oh, it's like I got 6 wings. Give me a break, okay? And
Because I was like,
And I washed it down with 2 bourbons.
no, I don't drink bourbon.
Whatever.
I had some beers, of
Oxy.
course.
Oxy.
Oxy constipates you, I heard.
Does
Yeah,
it? All
pills
right.
back you up.
Not
Is that true?
not
a
that
true
I
story.
know.
He hasn't shit in 3 weeks.
Haven't made any diarrhea videos lately, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
you're right.
He's gonna have a whole new type of humor.
But
Ever
we went-
constipated?
I just because do you remember we stared at this machine, and you're like,
Yeah, I'm like,
you see,
I'm
look.
like, see, red, green, red.
But I decided I was like, I'm gonna leave the place that we were, and I
call.
went to the Wynn because I've never been there. I heard it's a nice place. It's a beautiful place, and we made 2 bets. I walked out with like $1,000.
Okay.
I mean, are you not impressed?
No, because we got lucky. Because we got lucky.
We got lucky.
That normally you would lose that 100.
And you were such a degenerate that you wanted to continue and yelled at me. But it was hilarious.
Me
because
and B actually got into an argument
we
that
got
night.
into a huge argument that night. Huge argument. And
Yes, that's a wonderful end of a story.
it's not the end of the story, though.
Whatever.
What do you mean?
It's a wonderful part of a story, is that you guys made your money. It's a very rare
We
instance.
beat Vegas.
Yeah,
We beat Vegas.
It's a very rare thing.
The Wynn was hurt that night.
And You could have come hung.
I could have. And I do, you know what? Because
See, if I was him, I would have did both.
Yeah, you could do both.
Yeah.
It made me feel as if
here we go.
he prefers the friendship of a dumb cunt.
How dare you? How dare you? No.
Over Niels.
Over me.
But in your
choose-
defense, has this dumb cunt ever been on the show?
Never. What are you serious?
No, that's my point.
No, of course. We don't have any.
Oh, but she's going to get word of this episode.
Oh, well, I don't know.
That's
maybe,
good.
Maybe we'll have to have
Maybe
her
we'll
on.
get Maybe
Hey,
we'll go
it doesn't
viral.
matter. You know what? Here's the thing. What happened is we won a lot of money, and you told us not to do it, and you were wrong, and you should admit that you were wrong.
I was wrong about the money.
You were wrong.
Listen, I'm 98% right about that.
And then we come on.
That is a dumb bet.
It is a dumb bet.
But we did get very
got
lucky.
we got
very lucky. And then
Very
Chick,
lucky.
and then Chick went on the next episode, and you know what he said about you?
What did he say?
He said, "Fuck Neil Rubenstein."
I did.
That's what he said.
He told me you wanted to take my money and not use it and tell him you lost. So yeah.
I did say that.
Yeah, so
But-
from my point of view,
but-
fuck that person.
Oh, you're sweating?
Well,
Oh,
I've
Neil's
been
in the
sweating.
hot seat now.
I've been sweating. Would you not approve of Brendan not making a bad bet and eating dope meat?
Listen, if he didn't, my whole thing would just tell me he didn't do it. Because then I would have to suck up and pay $100. Then I would have to pay for his meal. And
Yeah.
I'm not a generous guy like that.
See, that's a good point. I could have taken the money that he was supposed to give me and paid for that meal.
That's what I wanted you to do.
Yeah, that's why I said
Fair
fuck you, Neil.
Fair enough. But listen, we won, and I'll never trust you again with my gambling.
Yeah, trust me.
I am a pill popper now.
Yeah,
You are, yeah. Neil's.
Look, let's be honest. His head's
This
in the
is the
clouds.
last week we can trust Neil before he goes over the
He's
deep
gonna
end.
fall off a cliff,
You better not.
a 2-step cliff.
And I trust you're a responsible adult and you know what you're doing. So I'm just gonna take.
responsible.
I'm gonna take
He's
you at.
ripping toilet.
I am gonna take you
paper
at your
towels
word
apart.
for it.
I don't know.
But
You're a little itchy.
I don't want to have an episode where me and B are like, "We told you so."
Yeah. Well, that could be on every episode about every person that's ever been on this podcast.
Well, we could be like Neil's Road to Recovery would be episode 227.
Well, I'm
So
glad.
when did you hit rock bottom? It was like a week after we were on the show. I did the show.
Yeah. I was in Atlanta, and
I took too many oxys.
well,
Apparently, they're easy to get.
once the bottle is done, apparently you can get more.
Just because I don't have any
Yeah,
doesn't
doesn't
mean
mean
they don't exist.
Oh,
Found
man.
this guy named Lucky, and
Well,
Just don't start hanging out in Mastic Shirley a lot.
oh yeah. Wow.
I was in there for work, and that area is just—it's like you could just tell there's a lot of drugs being done in that area.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a strange part of Long Island, but whatever. You look like you could.
I could pass for a resident in Mastic
you,
Shirley.
you look like you could live there. No, I'm glad we cleared that up, and you admitted that you were wrong, Neil. That's exciting. Now you're going on. So you're going on tour.
yes,
Tell me about that.
He's the first guest we had who's going on tour.
Because one thing Neil is a go-getter.
Yes, this is one thing I always liked.
Yeah, he's been on tour.
Okay, but you made it seem like it's like I don't know.
I mean, it seemed like what?
when was that Ricky episode?
Yeah, remember Rick?
Oh, okay.
Remember you've been on tour.
Well, he
bands,
traveled, and you would get like. But I know this is like seemed like a tour was like I don't know. It just seems more formal to me.
Well, no, I mean, I guess comedy's back now, and you're healed,
I'm healed.
and you're ready to
that's
hit the
key.
road. So where are you going? Tell us a little about your tour, where Neil Rubenstein's headed.
West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, St. Louis, Austin,
Nice.
Little Rock,
Little Rock.
Nashville, Roanoke,
Virginia.
Memphis,
Tennessee.
Chattanooga, Atlanta,
Beast
Maryland.
proving that he knows where these
Look at
places
you.
are.
That's
Awesome, though.
I mean, I'm
now,
just-
how long is this taking?
I leave the 21st of April, and I arrive home the 24th of May.
Oh,
But I'm still fielding. Like if someone comes up with a Tuesday, the 20th, I'm taking it. And
Yeah.
if someone comes up with a Sunday, the 24th.
Okay, now this is the real question. You're backstage. The host comes up to you. He goes, Neil Rubenstein from New York. Anything you want to say about me before? Now, what you say is like, you might know this next comedian from the Adult Babies podcast. Is that something that you say?
Yeah, I will definitely say. He's a frequent guest on the Adult Babies.
He's a frequent guest.
he's a reoccurring guest.
He's a reoccurring. I think that you should do that. I want you to do that.
And video it?
Can you do that at one place? You know, you don't have to do this anywhere. But if you could find a way
to videotape
that, that would mean a lot to me and Chick.
To the babies.
Yeah, it would be because it means now
we know that you do promote us a lot, and we
you do promote us.
appreciate.
You're always a good.
You always have kind things to say, and we appreciate it.
We do appreciate that.
So
It's much appreciated because people aren't like you.
people
don't-
aren't like you.
You support your friends.
Yo, yeah, dude. A tide.
There's people who won't even promote their own episode.
Yeah.
Dude, a tide, rising tide lifts all boats. Is that the name of the?
Now you sound like Chick. You sound like Chick talking.
But that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like
got
I
it.
never understood. Like, I'm a punk rock kid from the get go.
Well, that's yeah.
So like, the scene is the important part.
Yeah.
Like if we're all boys and like, if your podcast blows up and you start doing, live Adult Babies play, I know that
Neil's coming.
I'm coming.
Which is the we would love. Eventually we were going to do a live Adult Babies. Of course, you're going to be invited if we ever do that because you're a frequent guest.
And like, and that like goes for everybody in the circuit. You know what I mean? Like, I roll with, Capel and Andrew and Zags. Like we have a writing group and
Yes.
like if I'm doing something and I'm gonna invite them to come do it.
Yeah.
And Ashley's like my ace. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like she's blowing up. Like she'll she's gonna take me. Like she'll take me out or like. Like I don't know, man. Like to me, it just makes sense. Like,
Well, you would think that more people would think like that, but unfortunately, it's not as common as
Yeah.
one would think.
but I think those people weed themselves out.
They do because you
You know what I
isolate
mean? Like,
yourself.
you're shit talking. You're saying negative thing about people by name. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mention it. Like, I just don't say that person's name anymore. Like, that's it. They're
Yeah.
out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Out of sight, out of mind.
Like, yeah, I just told the story about that lady, but if you don't already know the story,
You wouldn't know who that is.
you wouldn't know who that is. You have
No. Yeah.
idea.
No. Exactly.
You have
I
no
just
idea.
I respect you so much. You're well respected on the comedy community, and it's always good to hear you say good stuff about us. So we thank you for that.
This is like, I said this is like, this is a fun, like you guys just have a fun vibe. Like I just
Good.
feel like we're
Well,
throwing
and
down,
yeah, and that's like
Yeah.
and we like that it. What we want to project comes out that way.
Yeah, I hope so.
Just got like a little heavy. And
It
like,
did get. do you feel now? I feel this way about the Long Island, small little Long Island comedy scene. Do you think it's gotten a lot better in the last couple of years? You mentioned some
I feel like it's a tough question during a pandemic.
I know, but you mentioned some comics that we know aren't. All I'm going to say is this: I feel like a few years ago there was a lot of comedy on Long Island that I was like, but I feel like there's some younger comics that are coming up now, and that they're a little they're better. I think it's a better scene than it was a few years ago.
I'm gonna say two major things I've noticed that are positive things are happening. More comedians are trying to get off of Long Island.
Yes.
Whether that means moving to Brooklyn or moving to the city or just touring
Performing
around
other places,
or
yeah.
performing in the city in Jersey and Staten Island or where. Whether it's that or moving somewhere or whatever, more people are trying to branch out, not putting all their eggs in this basket. Like even like newcomers like Brandon Lockeroop or he's getting up in the city.
That's what
on,
I'm
like,
saying.
Joey Bat's shows and all these, and it's like, okay, like we're making moves, like we're getting off of Long Island,
producing shows,
and that's the other big thing, is the hustle.
Yep.
Kids like Renee and Dom LaMarco and Brendan and Zaglin and Johnny Sell and Steve Perillo, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone's booking shows, and they're not just cheat code shows. They're really hustling to get an audience and hustling to find new venues, and and Tim Thompson's doing shows again, and
so the scene's like it's like blossoming again.
I just feel. Listen, it's opposed to a few years ago. There's just more, and maybe it just seems like right outside my front door. We got the Alibi show, we got the Mythology show that's happening. It seems like there's more people
action
trying to produce their own shows.
More action. There's definitely more action.
It's got its flaws as anything does.
It's got its flaws as does anything.
But I don't know. There's just,
as long as the good outweighs the bad, it's a good thing. Well,
yeah, does it? But I don't know. I just think I'm happy that there's more stuff happening out here.
I am no longer embarrassed to say I'm a part of it.
Yeah, that's it.
But that said,
You can't stay here.
Can't stay here.
Of course.
well, you gotta, if you want to get big, you gotta blow it. You gotta.
Can't stay here, kid.
Yeah.
Can't stay here.
Are you a fan of the social media aspect of it and doing things on Instagram? Are you more maybe not a fan of it? It's the wrong word.
Here's the thing about everyone wants you to have your followers up, but the algorithms are such that you can't promote anything to your followers anyway. Only whatever 6% of your followers.
Yeah.
See, so. Listen.
Yeah. You're not gonna get
whatever.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can go viral, and then you just got to go viral again. It doesn't make it.
Well, that's what it is. It's what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, you just got to keep going. You got to keep producing the. You got to work on your material and get better as a stand-up, because that's your product. And this only goes for people, me. And people who want to do my track. Mm-hmm. Your product is your stand-up. That's your product. That's your selling. That's the thing you want to do. If you want to be an actor, then you act. If you want to do, then this is just hobby or filler or tool in your belt. Right. That's not. Then that's not what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. If your product is stand-up, you have to focus on getting your product as good as it can be, so that when opportunity hits, when that luck swings your direction, that you're putting out a good product
and you're ready. Yeah.
That listen, if Adult Babies blew up tomorrow,
we'd be in trouble.
You gotta have that plan.
Yeah.
If tomorrow,
me and Pete just looked
if tomorrow I'm worth 150 tickets in every market, I have a plan.
Would you let me open for you at least once?
100%.
Thank you. That's very nice.
You're a strong, serviceable comic.
Serviceable.
And the most important thing is you're a good hang.
See, that means
that
more
is
to
the most important.
Yes,
thing.
Because there's a lot of.
I don't want to sit in the car for 7 hours with a wet rag.
So how are you touring, by the way? Are you solo hitting these shows, or you have like a couple other comics who you're doing it with?
Well, shout out to Tate Griffin. He's doing the first and the last date. Mm-hmm. And then
I like that. Do the first and the last.
and then there's a couple of feature weekends in there.
Okay.
So I'm just featuring for whomever the headliner at that club is, wherever it is. And then Abby Washuta,
Yes.
my ace.
She's hilarious.
She's my homegirl. Hide a body for her. And I know that doesn't mean a lot coming from me, but if I was a normal person, I would still hide a body.
Of course.
I actually think that says a lot.
I would hide a body for her, no problem. No, I wouldn't even ask. I wouldn't even be like, who? Why?
Who?
I would
You
just
just
be like,
do it.
let's go. What do we
done.
got to do? Where were you? Where did you pick a place? I got to pick a place. She is coming out to St. Louis and doing the Austin dates with me.
Okay.
There's three dates in Austin and 2 in St. Louis. And then that's it. Jeff Greenspan will be on the show in Chattanooga. And that's it. I'm alone.
That's great, man.
I'm alone in the world.
You're out there.
I think that's awesome.
No, I
The one thing I like is when we do bring you on, you're always traveling and doing the shows. You just get out there.
you do cool stuff. You're always doing something.
What's Kanye's line? I'm dope and I do dope shit.
Yes. Because I'm dope and I do dope shit.
Because I'm dope and I do dope shit.
You really do.
That's
though,
it.
You know?
Why wouldn't you?
Well,
Why wouldn't you?
I can think of a few things.
Yeah, but that's the goal, right? Like,
Of course.
What are we doing here?
We
Like, I
only
know
gotta-
this is like a. Like, I
Because
know
I think
this
most
is,
people are hoping, or
What
maybe
are we-
hoping that they're going to do a show and somebody's going to come and see them.
That's not gonna happen.
I know it doesn't happen.
Like what? Like, look, and I'm not. Look, if you do your thing, you do your thing. But if you're working towards a dream, like a artistic goal,
Yeah.
like, what are you doing every second to further that goal? Like, I mean, listen, we're not all Gary V. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
like I'm not trying to be like a motivational, but just to justify my own existence, like, I can't wake up in the morning and be like, I'm taking today off.
Yeah.
No. What am I doing today? Who am I emailing? Am I gonna headshots? Should I do headshots? should I take an acting class today? Should I submit for a thing today? Should I sign up for a festival? Should I email somebody? Should I read? Should I just be so? Today is just social day.
You're always
today
working.
is let's talk to Mike Eshak and talk to Anthony Kapfer and talk to Tate Griffin and talk to. Just remind
All big listeners of the podcast, by the way.
Just-
Shout out to all of them.
just remind people that I exist. Today is just remind people I exist day. Just email.
Yeah.
Just email.
I
some
try and
people.
make that every day.
Right? Like, just email a couple of people. Hey, just seeing how you doing. And then, you know what? I reached out, my buddy Connor in Maine. I reached out the other day, and he goes, yeah, we're still not up and running. And I'm like, that's not what this is about, man.
Yeah.
How are you? How'd you survive?
But if it was up and running, we'd be like, well.
Nice.
Yo, let's get tacos.
Yeah.
But that wasn't what it was about.
Yeah.
I don't have plans to go to Maine. I just wanted to see how he was doing. Remind him that I
Just keep
exist.
the relationship open.
Just keep,
And you've gained, you have a huge circle.
Network.
so because I've always been doing this.
Yeah.
So what I'm very fortunate. I am extremely grateful for this. I do not take this for granted one iota. What I'm very grateful for is that I've made a lot of friends doing this from music, so that I can say, hey, I can just post on Facebook, hey, anybody got any comedy hookups in Charlotte? And I'm going to have 5
Chances are you'll get
music
something.
friends
Yeah.
be like, hey, this person, this is my ace.
Yeah.
Help him if you can. I did it. I said, does anybody have any hookups for Tupelo, Mississippi? And someone wrote, why not Memphis? Contact this person. And he gave me 3 shows, that guy. 3 shows because
That's all
I'm
it
friends
takes.
with Ryan Gill.
That's all
Just
it takes.
because I'm friends with Ryan Gill.
It's all about connections.
Beautiful.
Networking
I love it.
is a very
Yeah.
under used. Well,
Well,
I
but
mean,
that's the hang.
Yeah.
That's the hang.
It's true.
If I was a piece of shit,
Yeah.
if I wasn't funny in the room, if when we were on tour and I met Ryan Gill in the green room at wherever the fuck, and
They
I was
remember
like,
you.
and I was a prick,
Yeah.
that would have been it.
He's not going to help you then.
But if I snuck him into a show he couldn't get tickets to, I'm on board. We're team.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Be fucking
fantastic.
cool to people.
No, because I wish I
Be
wish,
cool to people.
Well, B's too nervous that he's going to bother somebody.
Yeah.
Listen, you're gonna ruffle
But,
feathers.
you know,
I pissed off the lady at One Eye Jack.
But that's how I always say.
You're
As
gonna
many
ruffle
people as you're going to
feathers.
annoy, 3 people might like you.
My success rate is much higher than 3 to 1.
But yeah, but
You know what I mean? You know what I'm
mine's
saying?
probably not with people who like and dislike me.
Oh,
I
no,
think it is.
But I
think
got
it
a good,
is.
I got a good friend
You got a
circle
great
because
vibe. You got a great vibe. You're funny. You're
I'm
off
all-
the cuff funny.
He is.
You're looking good, by the way. You
which
look
I appreciate.
Fantastic.
The nicest compliment I got in 2021 so far is from Neil when I walked in saying I'm looking good.
Yeah.
Because I haven't felt like I look good.
Well, no, because
That's the important, dude. Yeah.
you do look good. You look fine for what you are.
I can't.
I'm glad it's sweatshirt and short season for you.
He didn't say I had a nice outfit on. He said I look good.
You look good.
I match.
No, he looks all right. He looks all right.
Good.
But
He looks fine. No, I'm happy. You know, I'm down on myself. I don't think I look good. Quarantine hit me,
down on
man. You know?
myself.
Quarantine hit me
Girls
hard.
up. But well, I wish you much success on
Thanks,
this this tour.
Yeah, we always.
And do you have a website where anybody who may be traveling or
Yeah,
somebody's
I mean-
listening wants to? Do you have like lists of what
I
you're doing?
do, yeah, neilrubenstein.com, and then like if you look on my Instagram, there's like
What's the Instagram tag?
Neil Rubenstein.
Yeah,
It's all Neil Rubenstein.
It's all Neil Rubenstein.
No, on TikTok it's Neil Rubenstein.
Oh, it is.
It's Neil Rubenstein.
because there's a Neil Rubenstein in Chicago who does like kids stuff.
Oh,
Kill me.
Follow him too.
No, don't spam him.
I wonder how many followers he gets thinking it's you,
Um,
or vice versa.
no one.
No, nobody thinks they're gonna get like kids.
No one goes. No one sees my Satan worshiping face and is like,
It's like,
"This is a weird kids
is
program."
that the guy that sings to kids? No.
Did you listen to the new Glassjaw album?
Next topic.
Oh, okay.
Oh man,
Fair
is there a
enough.
story there, but
I think. Oh wait, I think we'll talk about it after. But anyway, I do have some picks.
you do.
I do.
All right.
Are you a TV guy, like
I'm
movie?
very
and-
TV.
All right, good. The Last Cruise on HBO, that new documentary about the Diamond Princess. It was the cruise that had like 700 passengers get COVID.
Oh, and they wouldn't let him off.
And they wouldn't
yes,
let them off.
okay.
Dude, so this is like the story about it. These people was like, some of them were stuck. The workers got fucked more than anybody because it was like concern for the passengers, not concerned.
But you
for
guys still work.
Yeah, you guys still work and service all of them.
Because there was people were like popping up with COVID every day. Like,
Dude, it was
and they're
like the first time.
Get to
And
the
it's funny
buffet.
because they actually have it documented. Like people were filming during it, and like you hear the captain's radio, whatever to the rest of the ship, and he would be like, "It's not that bad. We got it all under control. We did test people. There's 10 positive cases," and then the next one's like 40 more positive cases, and then by like day 14 it was like we have 400, and it was like something like 700
was this in the
positive.
United States? Where
No,
was
they
it?
were off outside of China somewhere.
Okay.
It was like close to China.
So here's a couple questions. Where were they getting all the tests?
Can I tell
That's a
you?
great
They
question.
didn't ask. They didn't explain that, and I was thinking the same thing.
2, if it were a real movie,
It wasn't a movie; it was a documentary.
Oh.
But what were you gonna say?
if it was a real movie, they would have bombed it.
Oh yeah, like Outbreak. I love it when they're like, "Oh, they're bringing us food and supplies, and it's a nuke. We're here, and it's a nuke coming."
I remember around this time when there was a cruise right outside of New York, and they were
And they
trying
wouldn't let it in.
And I remember joking with my friends.
sent it
I'm
back to
I'm
Miami
Yeah,
or something.
leave it where it is. Okay.
You know what the funny thing is? They took all the USA, the government got all the U.S. passengers off the boat.
Okay.
And
they left the rest.
well, basically, because each countries were coming in and getting their own.
Okay.
So they put them how? Because it was docked. So so it was just off the like. They basically wouldn't let them. They were just stuck where they were, and they wouldn't let people off the boat. It was like 30 days. First off, being stuck in a room like you weren't even allowed anywhere else.
Oh.
So they have like the military, so they take
We're
everybody
allowed
off.
in rooms?
I no. That's as far as they said, you were stuck in your rooms. I think they were delivering
if you're
food.
Quarantined.
No, everybody was stuck in their rooms because they didn't want masses like hanging out. And
you ever been on a cruise?
Yeah,
Those
rooms are not.
no.
Those are not meant to be in your room.
No, definitely not.
Even the nice rooms, you're not meant to be in your room.
I couldn't poop in my bunk
Without the door open.
Without the door open, I had to go. I could leave the door open, or I would go in the public.
Because you needed more
What,
space.
the poop
there.
deck? Sorry.
There you
The
go.
poop
Sorry
deck.
about that.
We did have a balcony though. That was nice, sitting on the balcony of a boat.
Oh, dude. Listen, people hate on a cruise. I've gone on some cruises.
I went
had a
on one
great
cruise,
time.
loved it, would never do it again.
I want to work them.
I
Oh,
would work
yeah.
it. Those workers, if you're not stuck on it for 30 days when nobody cares about you, it's awesome.
No,
As
I
a
want to
comic, though,
I was
Oh,
like,
stand
As
Yeah.
a comic, though, you're looked at as a cruise comic.
Who?
Well,
By whom?
I've heard this.
From who? How many
would do it
cruise
in a
comics do you know?
No, nobody I know. Nobody I know. I heard it on the Louis show. Okay, Jesus Christ.
They can swing on these.
I would love to do it.
I
though.
would love to do it. Who?
Because everybody who see you would love
Call
you
me-
if they liked your set.
Yeah, call me a cruise comic. Okay.
Yeah, you mean I'm
would
getting
love to.
paid
you
to
mean
do it? Yeah,
you mean
I'm
I'm
working.
booked 90 days in a clip,
I would love. I'm not saying I wouldn't.
thousands of dollars a
But
week.
you've heard the
Go to
people-
Greece.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. You've heard
Horrible.
Hard,
You've
terrible.
heard
Oh,
Neil. You've heard people say ill
yeah, but I've heard
stuff.
people say ill stuff about
Everything. Podcasts.
Yeah, being overweight.
Yeah, it's
My
not as
doctor's-
bad as it's all
my
hyped up.
doctor's like, oh, you got your cholesterol and your thing and your this, and then my tests come back and he's on the phone with me. He's like, I guess just keep doing what you're doing. You
Are you
fat
one of
piece
those guys
shit."
that's like super healthy?
Yeah,
Like,
I have no. That was the other thing when I fell down the stairs.
All your blood work and
Is
everything's good.
I had just gotten tested for COVID and I was fine, and I remember thinking coming down the stairs, I was like, if I didn't get COVID, I can't get COVID.
That's how
Have
I
you
felt.
got it yet?
I did end up getting it,
Oh, you did get it.
but afterward,
When?
I got it the same time I got the first shot.
Wait, what
You
shot?
and another friend.
Vaccine? So you got the first
Bergen.
shot,
Yep.
and then you got the vaccine.
So I got the first shot, got COVID around the same time. I thought it was side effects at first. And then I'm like, these side effects are lasting forever. And then my wife got sick. And I'm like, okay, I'm not getting my wife sick with the vaccine. So then I got tested and it came back positive.
So you know what they said? If you get one shot and you had COVID, you don't need the second shot.
Well, I got the second shot now.
Oh, well. You
Do you
probably
know-
got tons of antibodies.
I'll go get a third shot. Give me Johnson & Johnson.
Do you know what's funny?
Where's the
my
Rocky
neighbor,
Martin at?
my neighbor loved the guy. He's a big Trump fan, supporter, but he's like a trumpet. And I do like the guy.
Trumpet.
I don't, yeah. But so I was seeing him outside the other day, and I'm like, hey, what's going on, bud? You know, how's everything going? He's like, we all got the virus. I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, he's like, yeah, me, my wife, and my my parents both got it, and all four of us got hospitalized. So everybody got out. And
Oh, so it's not a hoax.
yeah. Well, this is why I was laughing, because then I was like, my parents both got both shots. Me and my brothers all got one so far, and he's like, if this is the answer, this is exact like tone. It was like, if that's what you guys want, everybody, you got to make the decision for yourself. It was just like.
It's just a weird
I just want to be like, you see how all four of your family members were in the hospital? I don't want to do that. Whether I'm going to survive or not, I don't want to deal with it. So I'm just going to go get the vaccine. But everybody who does, it's like, it's almost like you need to like come with an excuse why you got it, or just everybody's got like a vibe that they can't help but put out there when you're talking about it.
Dude, yeah.
I just want to say, Neil, when you and our other friend got it, I think I was with you around that time.
Yeah, dude.
And-
I felt like I was like, I got a bunch of people sick.
And I had already gotten the
Contagion.
vaccine at that point, And finding out that night we were all together, I was like, it works. I'm good.
I'm good.
That gave me more confidence than coming back from Vegas without a vaccine.
I went. So I got tested. First of all, the rapid tests are bullshit.
They are bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
They're not. Those are. They're like worse and worse.
I got 2 negatives, and then I was positive. So I went. I remember it was March 3rd. I went to eat with
Bergen?
Zags and Capel.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to go get a test first because I've been coughing this morning. I don't want to get anyone sick. I got the rapid test, came back negative. And then I went to eat with those guys, no masks. We're at a tiny little table. I'm coughing on them. Those guys never got sick.
And they never got
Dude, Capel is something fishy about Capel.
I love
Did
Capel.
they smoke weed?
He smokes a lot of weed. You think it's the weed?
Yes, I do. They said I swear to God, I did hear something that they were just. It was like a. There was no proof behind it.
All right,
but they were thinking that THC helps your or something with the immune system.
You
with
know
the
when
virus.
the news starts going to whatever you support.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, there's something fishy about Capel.
Well, what is it?
Like in the best possible
The
way.
puns?
Like, no.
By the way,
like,
Chris
I'm gonna-
Capel is now on Twitter now, and follow him because he's hilarious.
He's funny as hell. I love the guy. I'm telling you, we're gonna find out something about his past, and it's gonna be like, oh shit, that explains a lot. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be something weird.
I hope so.
It's gonna be a weird. I'm telling you,
I want to get him on the podcast.
definitely. Cause I'll eat with him probably like before the broken leg. I would go eat with him like once a week.
Yeah.
And like we would go and like every now and again like a little layer would peel back.
It was like Rhymes with you.
Yeah.
Who you learned a lot about him on the show.
Ricky found it all out at once. And we were
Yeah. It's the opposite of Grimes.
Yeah.
And so like a little bit, and I'd be like, all right, starting to piece together. We're gonna find something out
Oh,
about
I can't wait. Because he's like, when I think of, he's like one of those guys that I just met in the last year, I guess.
this. Yeah, since the pandemic.
Because this guy started comedy like when the pandemic started, I think, right?
That's
Or
a good
around
time
that.
to pick up comedy.
He had done a couple of climate mics before that.
Oh, he did?
Creepy. He sent me a video that he had on his phone of his buddy doing a set at Climate, and I was
You were the host?
And he's like, "Oh, I have a video of you on my phone." I'm like, I'm like, "Is this single white female?"
Oh, Jesus.
That's funny.
Well, he's hilarious, and I'll definitely have to get him on. He just makes me laugh. I don't know.
He's very funny.
I got 2 more though.
Oh, he's got 2 more picks. I'm sorry. God forbid.
What do you mean, God forbid?
Fuck, go on.
Bad Trip on Netflix. The
Eric
comedy.
Andre?
Eric Andre.
That shit is fucking hilarious, I think. For 2 reasons why I really liked it. It is as different a comedy as you're going to come across these days because of it's a regular comedy with a plot with some characters, and then they incorporate hidden cameras, and the rest of the cast is basically active live people. And they're at honest reactions to the sick shit that this guy does. And it was hysterical.
I haven't seen it. I'm not the biggest Eric Andre fan.
I didn't even really know much about him before. So I had no previous...
I'm not a Tim and Eric guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Eric Andre is like
from that
world. Like if you like them, you like him. And I never got into them. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like I like surrealist comedy, but I just I don't know.
Give this movie a shot.
Oh yeah, it's a movie.
It's hysterical.
It's
a movie.
It's sort of like the Jackass movies.
It's like the Jackass movies, but they put in a plot and they actually act it out, and they just put the shit that comes in it, and they do in front of live people.
Yeah.
All right.
I just thought it was a very different, and it made me laugh. There was certain scenes that were hysterical.
I like you, chick. So I'm gonna check it out.
All right, I want to know what you think.
The Tim and Eric stuff. There's one sketch that I saw that was hilarious from Tim and Eric, but I haven't watched a lot of them. I feel like I just missed out. I don't know. I don't know. But
Yeah, I just missed the boat on it. It didn't do anything for me.
Eric Andre has a lot. His show is
His
hilarious.
show, you told me to watch his show, so I started watching it. The first season, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like certain episodes.
It takes a while. You gotta figure.
I'm like, I don't know I don't dislike it. I don't love it. I'm like on the fence with it.
I didn't like his show, but I did like him in Man Seeking Woman. You ever see that?
No, I
Jade
haven't seen that.
Baruchel. It was a FXX comedy.
Oh, I know what show. I didn't see that. Okay.
Oh.
It was good, man. Should I just unplug the mic?
Yeah, it's just unplugged. A little cough button.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. It does FXX. Is it streaming now?
It's got to be on something.
Yeah.
man.
If it's on FXX, it's on the FX site.
I'll give that a
Those
shot.
streaming,
I'm always
or probably on
looking
Hulu now. I think all the Hulu, everything.
Yeah, whatever.
I watch most of my FX shows now on Hulu. Well, most Snowfall. I watch on Hulu.
All right, that's good. I like that guy,
Is that
Jay
still
Baruchel.
going?
Yeah, they're back, and the new season's awesome.
It's good.
I love that show.
What is that?
Snowfall? That was one of my picks, I think, last week.
I haven't watched
About
that
the
yet.
government creating crack.
Basically, and then to fund the war in
The war on
Wow.
the Contras, yes, in
Is that what it was
Nicaragua.
about?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
but
I mean,
there's
that
like
really happened.
Oh,
yeah, it
no,
really,
it's
yeah,
true.
it's a true. It's a. I mean, this isn't a true. It's based on true things, but nothing like it's its own story. Yeah. The last pick was that Seaspiracy documentary.
Seaspiracy.
I love documentaries.
He loves a good doc.
Seaspiracy is about.
SeaWorld?
No, it's not about SeaWorld. It's about commercial fishing. Now, I'm not into these,
Tuna.
like, you watch these things, on how to eat, but it basically says that straws that we think are, like, the end of the world are, like, 0.01% of the plastics
I've
that's
been
in.
saying.
Yeah.
And it's all from commercial nets. Commercial fishers provide
been
majority of the
saying.
shit. So the whole,
Have you?
it just gets into
Yeah, I
how
have
much.
I have that bit where I'm like, plastic straws, not the cups.
Oh, yeah, you
not
do.
the
Oh
lids,
yeah, it's
just
not
the
that.
Straws.
It's just it's the nets.
You
It's
do
the
have-
plastic
yeah.
fucking nets. But it's just interesting because the only really solution, and the guy's not even saying that we should stop. It's just like this is really the only way to do it is to not eat fish because the commercial fishers are killing so much. Just they're destroying the whole economy.
Not
And
eat wild caught fish.
they're saying the only way to really stop is not eat fish because even certain
What's
like
not wild
because there's
caught
nothing even
Because
those
farms, there's-
those brands that say there's no excess fish killed while there's no way to
But no. But what about like when it's just grown in a hatchery?
well I guess that I mean they didn't
It's
go
mean
into
to the
that too
fish.
much. That's probably some PETA thing would say it's mean to the fish.
Isn't that better though? Right? Does
Well,
it
to
taste
me, you're-
worse? I don't know.
No.
I don't eat fish, so I don't know.
But the whole but so I mean it's a
eat
really
fish?
interesting documentary though.
Once I had rainbow trout in Yellowstone.
Because it makes me want to have plastic straws and plastic bags again
Caught it
because
myself.
this stuff isn't the problem.
It's not the problem. Also, first of all, the straws. It drives me nuts.
It's awful. You go to like a fast. I mean, if you like fast food like myself, the straws are just not having a plastic straw makes my life miserable.
That's what makes your life miserable?
No, but
Not
it's
your
one thing
general,
that doesn't help.
Lifestyle and appearance and everything else. It's the straws.
Get in there.
Yeah, B. He
You know
doesn't.
I'm messing with him.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Do I?
Better. I'm no better. But like the straws, are they that big of a deal?
No.
Who needs a straw anyway?
I need a straw.
You
So-
need a straw. What's you gonna get over your beard?
Yeah.
You can't sip out of a
No,
cup?
B. You look. See, that's your problem. Is you have a sip of beer and it looks awful on you.
I don't
Get a
care.
fucking straw.
I don't care.
Gonna
Well,
drink
that's
beer.
because
Every girl who wants to kiss you and your beard's disgusting.
that's not
is
true.
a problem.
No, I have plenty. I have beard wash all over the place, and
Hold-
But do you carry this beard wash when you're out and about and after
You
you?
want him to drink beer with a straw?
No,
Yeah,
but I'm just
exactly.
using
Thank
that
you.
because that's what he drinks
no,
the
because
most.
I drink Guinness. If I'm out and
He's
there's
always
Guinness,
licking the foam. So basically, his
oh
upper
my
lip
god.
is just filled with saliva from his mouth.
No, it's not. That's not what it is. It's frost. Frost. No.
And how do you get that frost
what
off?
it is.
How do you get the frost off? I've watched you do it.
Sometimes
You do that, or you do it your lip.
I don't suck it in.
You do it all the time. So you're constantly licking that top part of your beard. It's gross.
Yeah, but that's why I wash my beard. Listen, I don't care. Nobody's making out
Did you
with
get
me
the
anymore.
vax?
half of it so far. I go back to 14th for
What do
the
you got,
second one.
Moderna or Pfizer?
No, I did Pfizer. Not that I chose it,
And
but
you got
Yeah, I'm Team Pfizer.
Pfizer too.
what are you?
I did Moderna.
That's
Did
why
you-
you got COVID.
That's why I got sick. Yeah.
I hear the Johnson & Johnson one's not great.
I want it.
It's one shot.
Not that it's not working. It's just that I heard that everybody who takes it is having some sort of like,
Difficulty?
yeah.
Also, asbestos.
Yeah. And also the Jets. You know, the Jets, the Johnsons run the Jets, and
I don't trust them.
Is that the same Johnsons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy Johnson.
I did not know
You
that.
didn't know that?
God forbid that thing is probably gonna have holes all in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, stupid. Damn it.
No, go on.
I'm waiting for the apple. All right, go ahead.
Wait, what?
I'm waiting for the apple to come out with a vaccine.
Oh,
I want an apple.
There's a joke here, too. You have to get... All right, doesn't matter.
I think we're winding to an end now.
Screeching halt. That's it. Those are your picks. Those
I only do 3 picks. Yeah,
weirdo shit.
Yeah.
it is weird shit. Yes.
It's
You know what? I'm gonna do a 4th one because I did want to do this
Christ.
one. A Moment of Truth. It's a documentary on Amazon
I don't know.
about
No.
Michael Jordan's
No.
father's
Sorry.
murder.
We're gonna cut it
Michael
off.
Jordan's father's.
It
That
is.
sentence got progressively stranger.
It was super interesting.
Jordan.
It's
Michael,
real-
okay.
It
Jordan,
wasn't a.
father. All right.
Murder.
It was about that. It was great. It was great.
What's
Did
that
you-
called?
It's called Moment of Truth. It's a small short docuseries, half-hour episodes, 5
What's
episodes.
this on?
It's on Amazon. You're interested. That's why you're asking the questions.
No, I'm not.
Did you like Mr. Mayor? The sitcom Mr. Mayor?
No, I never seen that.
It's like a continuation of 30 Rock. It's real good.
Is it really?
Is it really good?
It's really good. It's written very much like 30
Interesting.
Rock. It's very
Okay,
fast.
all right.
It's very good.
All right.
And what about? Did you guys see SNL this week?
I heard.
No.
You know what? Can I tell you? SNL's
Who's the
turned my stomach. Like I'm completely off SNL the last. I hate this cast.
Okay.
What's your problem with the cast?
To each its own. I get it.
2 episodes ago, they did the Boomers Got the Vax video. Did you see that?
No, why it was good.
Yeah, that
I'll
was
watch a
actually
skit
really
if
good.
it's like
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
I haven't
Their
seen
music
it,
video-
and I
their
love
music
SNL.
videos are very good lately.
All right.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I give up on too much. Like there's just they
I'm
got too
destroying-
political.
Well, I know. It's
You
the
did
drugs.
destroy that.
It's
It's
the
the
drugs.
drugs.
You're
Instead of itching
Well, no,
your
they
skin,
stopped. They stopped.
They had to. It
The,
was
the
too much.
cold opens aren't political anymore.
Good because it was like, and I don't care.
Why
It's
is
not
that?
even that I agree or disagree. I just was sick
It was
of
just too much.
It was
Too-
just
it's
everywhere.
fatigue.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
enough.
Fatigue. I get it.
done with
Everyone's
political stuff. I'm so tired of it. Whatever you think, I don't care. One show, and I know we're trying to wrap up.
No,
One
it's
show
fine.
I did watch last night was called 7 Yards. It was another documentary.
Oh my God! All right, bye everybody.
It was another documentary
Thanks for listening.
about a high school kid that breaks his neck or something like that, and then comes back to it. I shed a few tears.
What do you mean he comes back to? What does that mean?
He's like, I'm gonna walk back
So
on
it's
the
a Dennis
field.
Bird story.
That's a bathroom.
You're not going yet. We're gonna wrap up and then you're gonna
No,
go.
let him go. Let him go. Let him find his way out of here. Can he get through here?
I can't. No, I can't step over these cords.
Well, that's because you have to sit back down.
Don't step on that cord.
Oh my God! This is a nightmare for broken-footed people.
Broken-footed people.
Oh, I saw the documentary.
Did you unhook? B's unhooking his mic.
unhooked
Neil's
my
just
mic.
getting up and walking away.
By the way, Neil, that's rust. It's not shit in the toilet.
But one thing I do want to say is, everyone, please review us.
Yeah, we need some more reviews.
We do. We need reviews. It helps us.
It helps us.
And Mark, I love you. You've always listened and you do give us reviews. Let's try and get somebody else to give a review.
yeah, but Mark, you could.
But Mark,
review us
please
more.
keep on plugging away because you're the only one who's doing it.
Yeah.
But guys, we could use them. The reviews and comments on the YouTube and sharing our stuff.
Exactly. We need all that.
You know, all the help we can get. And maybe we're gonna go on to TikTok. Who knows?
Hey, things are gonna happen.
We're trying to go viral.
Yeah. No. Well, we will. I have a show this Thursday. It's sold out. But Chick, you're driving me. We're gonna have a good time.
Yes,
this
we
Thursday.
are.
And then I think in 2 weeks, the 24th, I'm gonna be at a brewery called Wee Hop in Bayshore, and I will
right.
send that out. So that'll be fun. And Neil Rubenstein, guys, if you haven't already, give Neil Rubenstein a follow. He's hilarious. He's a lot of fun.
Yes.
He's destroyed my my toilet paper. My
Toilet paper? No, your paper towels.
Yeah.
Because he's on drugs now.
yeah, he's on drugs. So
And you know what? I think you should give him a follow. It's at Neil Rubenstein is his Instagram. It's Neil Rubenstein is
on
his TikTok.
He's probably nodding out in my bathroom.
He's not. He's God knows what's going on in your bathroom right now. And it's also neilrubenstein.com. You can get any information on upcoming shows and stuff.
Exactly.
We want
Always
to
back.
thank him.
Industry standard for toilet bowls needs to get bigger.
I agree with you.
What do you want from me?
Most Americans are fat now,
Yeah, well,
so let's boost up.
Yeah.
it is a time.
There is an issue with too small of toilet bowls for the bigger people out there. But Neil, thank you for coming on. Guys, if you made it this far, we appreciate you. And Neil, do you want us to say goodbye real quick? We did a close without you.
Neil already said goodbye.
All right. Join us next
Who
week.
got this far?
If you made it this far,